Hello everyone. In today's video, we're going to solve another problem of sequences and series. So in this problem, we're given an arithmetic series and which has 7, 12, and 17. So they already told us that this is an arithmetic series. So that help us to know something about arithmetic series is that we have the first difference that is common. So what is the first thing to verify that? We're going to say D is equals to T2 minus T1. And then what is our term 2? Our term 2 is 12. So essentially this is T1, T2, and T3 going forward like that. So what is our T2? Our T2 is 12. What is our T1? Our T1 is 7. And then 12 minus 7 gives us 5, right? So that is our common difference. But we just got these two, subtracting these two, let's just verify that again with D is equals to T3 minus T2. So what is T3? It's 17. What is T2? It's 12. And then what is the difference? It's 5. So you can see that with this sequence, you have a common difference of 5. The first difference is common. So first difference is common for any arithmetic sequence, right? Or series. So that's what we know. And remember, in arithmetic sequence, we have the general formula that says Tn is equals to a plus n minus 1 multiplied by d. So we use this one to find the general term. So let's look at 2.1.1 with the information that we have done. So we know we have 7 plus 12 plus 17 plus dot dot dot, right? So we've already verified that this is an arithmetic series. So 12 minus 7 it's 5, and then 17 minus 12 is 5, right? That's our common difference. So the value of D from our general formula here. So the value of D from our general formula, it's equals to 5. And then the value of A, which is value of A, it's equals to T1. So A is equals to term 1, which is equals to 7, right? So we already have that. Now we can determine our general term. So Tn is equals to, what is our A? 7 plus n minus 1 multiplied by D. Always put your D in brackets so that you don't make any mistake, right? So this is 7, distribute the 5 times n, it's plus 5n, and then distribute the 5 to the other one, it's minus 5. And then this is equals to, of course, this is the general formula. So what is it? This is going to be 5n. And then what is this one? It's going to be 7 minus 5, which is plus 2. Right, okay. After getting this formula, so on this question, they want you to find T91. So they told you that the value of n, so they say T91. So this tells you that the value of n is equals to 91, right? The value of n is equals to 91. So you're going to say T91 from your general formula, it's going to be 5 times 91 plus 2. And then punch this on your calculator. You will get 457. So T91 is equals to 457. So you have answered the question there. So let's recap this question. The first thing was for us to verify this is an arithmetic sequence by determining checking if we have a common difference. How do we determine common difference? This is the approach here. We must subtract the two consecutive terms, T2 minus T1, T3 minus T2. So subtract that, and then we got our general formula. So remember this is the formula that we use for arithmetic sequences or series. So we've determined that. Let's look at 2.1 2.1.2. So in 2.1.2, they want us to generate the sum. So whenever you see the S, you know you're dealing with the sum of an arithmetic series. So they want us to determine S91. So they've already told you that, okay, your N here is equals to 91. We want to know what is the sum when we have 91 terms. So yeah, so two formulas that will enable us then determine this. So the first formula is Sn, it's equals to n over 2, and then close bracket 2a plus n minus 1 multiplied by d. Right, so you already have the value of n, which is equals to 91. You already have the value of a, which is equals to 7. You already have the value of d, which is equals to 5. Right, so come back here. S of 91 is equals to, what's our n? It's 91, because we want the sum of the first 91 terms, right? And then 2, what is our a? Our a is 7 plus, what is our n? Our n is 91 minus 1 multiplied by d, which our d is 5, right? So you can punch this entire thing on your calculator. When you punch it, the sum of the first 91 terms, you will get 21,102. So that's S of 91. S of 91. So there is another alternative way of getting this sum of 91 terms, because we already know what is the term on on S91. On S91, we already know that. So we can use the other formula that says, okay, Sn is equals to n over 2, and then multiply by a plus l. All right, what is our n? Our n is 91 over 2. What is our a? Our a is 7 plus, what is our last term? In this case, our last term is the term 91, which we calculated here, up here, which is 457. And then when you punch this on your calculator as well, it will give you 21,102. So that's how I approach this question, guys. So this is just finding this sum of an arithmetic series. So the key thing here, or the key takeaway, is that you need to know how to use this formula, right? From this formula, you need to know how to use it, and you need to know that Tn is the general term, and then Sn is the summation. So general term, and then summation, right? So you calculate the sum, or you use these two formulas. So general Tn, you know that the formula for getting the nth term, sometimes they call it the nth term, it's Tn is equals to a plus n minus 1 multiplied by d. And then for this summation is the two formulas above. Sn is equals to n over 2, and then a plus l. So you only use this when you have when you know the last term. We only use this formula when we know the last term. And then generally we can use this n over 2 when we don't know the last term, a plus n minus 1 multiplied by d. So generally you would use this one, because here you just need to know the value of n, the number of terms that you're calculating, and then so this tells you the number of terms, and then your d tells you your common difference. Of course, this is like your d is equals to t2 minus t1, and then your a, which is your first term of the sequence. So it's your a, it's equals to your t1, And then, yeah, that's that. Yes, they will give you the value of n. So this one is normally given, or they'll tell you how many times you should calculate. Okay, right. So let's go on to the last question. So in this question, they say, calculate the value of n for which Tn is equals to 571. Right, okay, quite interesting, quite interesting. So let's come back here. Let's write this in green. So they're telling you that, okay, we want to know the number of terms if Tn is equals to 51. So we already know our Tn that we calculated, that this is Tn. We already know, so Tn, it's equals to 5n plus 2. Right, and then want to know 517, that's our Tn, it's equals to 5n plus 2. So of course this is 2.1.3, and then we want to calculate the value of n. So we want to calculate the value of n, so take the 2 to the other side, or some people prefer taking the 5, so let's take out the 5 to the other side. It becomes minus 5n. Right, taking this one to this side and then taking this one to the other side becomes 2 minus 517, and then minus 5n, it's equals to, what is this? 2 minus 517 gives us minus 515. Divide both sides by minus 5 to solve for n. So your n is equals to 103. So your value of n in this case is equals to 103. So to check if your answer is correct in this question, what would you do? You would take this 103 to substitute it here. Sorry. You're going to take this 103 and then substitute it to the general formula. It should give you 517. Yeah. So if you do that, T of 103, sorry. Let's just erase T of 103. It's equals to 5 times 103 plus 2. So 5 times 103 plus 2 gives you 517. So you know your answer is correct. Okay. Thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any question, drop me a comment, and then you can join Bright Light Tutorials for our extra classes. Yeah. Don't forget to subscribe.